ワニ村でございます。ということで、一回始めたものの配信がガクガクすぎて、一旦枠を閉じました。大丈夫そうか？よし、じゃあ大丈夫そうです。今のところちょっとまた監視しながらやっていきます。なんか出花くじかれたからアザさん連れてこう。ナイルズとアザさんにしよう。まあ、原因は分かりました。ワニ村さんの PC の問題です。ワニ村さんの PC の、これ全然ここじゃないわ。GPU が動いてなかった。いろいろ説明は割愛します。簡単に言うとそういうことみたいです。CPU でエンコードがされてなくて、全部 CPU 側でやっていたのが、どうやらということで、設定を見直して OBS を立ち上げ直したら治りました。よし。ということで、アーカイブ奪還作戦、気を取り直していきましょう。よし。ニュートン。うん、大丈夫そうだな。よかったよかった。あんまりリッチな配信環境じゃないせいでした。高級ゲーミング PC があればいいのにな。よし。再び、亀裂を開いて、アーカイブに乗り込むで。オープンセサミ。ついてこよう、お前ら。これ何？亀裂の残留物質。なんだろう、それ。やっちまった。下手。下手。もう一度だ。侵入者。カフェインセレブラントいるやん。この状況で営業してんすか？片付けてからの方がいいんじゃない？では気を取り直して3度目。ボヨーン。 ブースト使う必要ないんだな。普通のジャンプだけで十分。よし。さあ、アーカイブにやってまいりました。2度目。これだね。へこんだ感と粗末なラベルのついた五穀亭政府軍の食料品が入った箱を発見する。奇妙な匂いが充満している。これらの配給品の中身は正確には不明だが、間違いなく公式の五穀亭政府製クラブル肉ではない。輸送ラベルにはこの箱がウィンターグラスプ近郊のクロイスターの第2離着陸場からサブロサ・フィナグラーという人物によって運ばれてきたと記載されている。これは前回か前々回にやったクエストのあれです。なんか闇業者みたいなのが悪いクラブ肉みたいのを売ったんだけど、悪いことだけど売った相手が五穀亭政府だからまあいいだろうという、そんな話になったやつでは、アーカイブへ。アーカイブ。よしよし。今度は大丈夫だ。弾がないから作る。五穀亭政府はここでどっかり構えている。何か戦略を練った方がいいんじゃないか。運任せは戦略のうちに入らないからな。味方はいる。援軍を要請することはできるか。ファイアトンは俺たちの手中に収めた。次はリフトを使えるようにすることだろう。そうすれば援軍を内部から呼び寄せることができる。よし。じゃあ援軍を確保することに力を入れよう。で、弾がないので買える分弾を買います。銃弾ね、全部買います。2176円。ミニロケット弾じゃなくてショットガンにしよう。ミニロケット弾強いけど、ミニロケット弾作っておきます。で、この見るからに怪しい黄色いの登った先で配信がガクガクだってことに気づきましたんで、そこまではサクサクいけそう。あれ敵か？敵だな。気持ち悪い。変な肉を食ったから。お前は食ってないのか？変な肉。物音を立てるなよ。敵だ。撃ってよくないですか？別に。この人たちは何してる人？あ、さっきのエレベーター上がったところか。何喋ってんだろう。正当な権限を有する者だけが使用可能。放送中の干渉は厳重に禁止されている。謎の配給の音声カートリッジを差し込みます。 サブロサのエージェントペオリア・キューベッカから受け取った自白内容で五国艇政府放送を置き換えた。時間が経てば五国艇政府軍がどのようにまた反応するかどうかが明らかになるだろう。ここに配送されたダメになったクラブルの移植パーツを覚えているか。食料不足で困っていた五国艇政府の士官にそれを売りつけてやった。クラブル味かまぼこと言って、彼女はそれを正式な配給品にすると言ってどうのこうの。考えてみて、あのトンチンカンたちがおばさんのお墨付き性失敗どうのこうの。今の放送は無視してください。先ほど私たちが食べていたものがダメになった実験肉なのわけ。あ、これはまずい。なるほどね。どこかが手薄になった可能性あるな。ここでワニ村さんが登場だ。これアドだったわ。よし、他の部署には気づかれていない。
On a hostile planet, day 35. Brought to you by the frigid cold and voracious wildlife. Starring noted self-taught survival expert, myself, Hoyt Schermerhorn. Oh, not sure how you managed to approach unnoticed. Could be I'd grown so attuned to my surroundings, I became one with the wood and fire and the earth. Were you left behind by your unit too? Are you in need of some hard-fought knowledge about how to fend for yourself? Must say, I've become quite the expert. Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, ascertained how to pry open a rations tin unaided. Did you know there's a little opener key attached? It's all going in my manuscript. I've recently evolved into a rugged, self-sufficient individual, fully accustomed to life in these caves, living raw and pure like our primitive, lice-ridden ancestors. Why, just the other day, I reinvented fire. I found a little doohickey I've named a light starter. You simply push a button, and flame comes out. Yes, indeed. I know this cave and several of the adjoining hallways, like, well, someone who'd scoured every inch for the barest sustenance. You might call in reinforcements if the Spyreton lift controls were working. I happen to have its missing components in my possession. This place was built by the Order. Nowadays, it's held by the Protectorate. Figure I can bust things around here to my heart's content and likely be doing my duty. I could be convinced to part with the lift control board parts if you'll do me a favor. I'm fixing to take down one of the local ursopods. A few sprat corpses would be helpful as bait. Gather some, and we'll make a trade. Their habitat stretches from inside the archive's entrance to all over the overlands, actually. Should be no problem to locate. Here's a fetching headpiece that ought to make it easier. Put it on, and they'll see you as one of their own. Like a fellow sprat of unusual size. Won't run away. Have at it now. I'll learn you all about self-sufficiency and survival yet.
I'm kind of thrilled to see you playing ball with Ruth Bazaar. They say the enemy of my enemy is worth exploiting for strategic leverage.
Individualism in all its many forms.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Stray gone astray? Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our magnificent ruler. The console provides, the system abides.
Enemy approximating in our vicinity, Command.
Never eating Crabble again.
Route all disruptors.
stain surface.
Did you get the sprats I need? So I might, bait the equal parts canny and fierce ursapod into a trap? Finally, give it here.
I hope you're fine with all the parasites you just ingested. Probably added to the flavor.
Sorry you had to see that. The parcels of victuals my neighbor sends over the tube have fallen off recently. Barely eaten for days. Sent me over a bunch of recordings, along with victuals. Offered some sound, if harshly put, advice. Looked out for me like no one's ever. Never even seen him face to face. I do so hope he's all right. Anyhow, suppose we had a deal. Here, I wrenched these parts free out of the Spyreton lift controls. Just jam them back in there and kick it once or twice. Should work fine. Drop back in again sometime, will you? Occasionally, I do get a little starved for company.
Looks like the cavalry's just rolled in.
For the equation! Multiply forward times 10!
Go. Weapon expand.
Enemy in evacuation. Moving up.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Victory.
sorry. Hey,
Your academic applying a program.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Bet that Ruth Bazaar is a good boss. Never seen her humiliate a single corporate mascot.
So, this is where the math happens. Impressive.
What was in those rats? Oh, not again. Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
I didn't need to hear any of this. What a day to be sentient.
So do I need assistance from someone with substandard, non-protectorate medical training? Thank you, but no, you're too kind. I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the, Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that. Certainly. I recognize I am in no position to bargain, despite the fact it will no doubt earn me mental refreshment at best. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the archive. Is there a protectorate curativist house? I feel rather woogly.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Automatic replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. That, I fear, would be a misleading choice of words, as it implies a form of sentience or cognition. Applied statistics might be functionally more apt. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
This thing seems unbalanced. I like it.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Due to incomplete reprogramming efforts by differing operators, I am experiencing sporadic fluctuations in my emphasized categorical imperatives. Tonality and cadence weightings within my communication protocols are likewise similarly affected.
In layman's terms, we're experiencing a distinct difference in opinion.
Caused by intermittently vacillating fundamental shifts in priorities.
One would assume that calamity enough. But wait, there's more.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates.
Auntie's Choice attempted to formulate a foolproof marketing plan, a charm offensive to reintroduce itself to the main colonies, once this pesky rift issue is resolved by others.
The Protectorate ran rift calculations, then utilized me to assist with organizational matters, to approximate the paradigm, a system devised to replace the loss of the Order's predictive input. Based on the increasing rate of rift fluctuations, I estimate that your inquiry is rift-related. To that end, we should best get started before we are consumed by them. Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it.
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below, It houses two key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
When active, the archive generates an enormous amount of heat. Normally, it is dispersed by pumping water between the vast ocean below Cloister's exterior and a surface reservoir. I can process the rift data without its repair, but irreparable damage is likely. Yet, with thermal transfer presently idle, a contingent of crabbles have made the area a nursery. Drastic changes to heating levels may endanger it.
Who cares about a herd of pea-brained, ill-humored, oversized crustaceans? There are too many as it is.
Any job worth doing's worth doing right. Besides, I can't imagine the presiding bishop being best pleased by us irreparably damaging the archive.
Inverting targeting protocols. There. Any protectorate still on the ground level is now being fired upon. Permissions within other areas of the archive are locked, however.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work. And soon, everything will be running like clockwork. Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
To the most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all...
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Or not protectorate, at least. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? What? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermia. Extreme prolonged exposure to the cold certainly does terrible things to our brain. It's because the archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. And once the Protectorate retook the machine, they locked out all external access. Now, for more than a month, We've all been trapped in these caves, order and antis alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small. Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play. Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. The paths down here all connect, so no matter which direction you go, eventually you'll find your way back to me. Nevertheless, venture south and you'll reach the thermal transfer station, which regulates archive heat. Go northwest and encounter cold storage, which houses its data cartridges. In the loop between the two lay the lift controls. Though be warned, they are incredibly well protected and have repelled every assault we've thrown at it. What else can I do to help you help us escape this frozen hell? Absolutely. There are several factors that will greatly reduce your odds of survival. First, you will frequently encounter ursopods, which are native to these tunnels. Also, near the thermal transfer station is an infestation of crabbles that are breeding in abundant numbers. And directly south is a band of what had been normal folks, now turned bloodthirsty and feral due to an overindulgence in Auntie's Choice Adrena time. May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison.
Desperate times certainly make for strange bedfellows.
My scouts reported significant activity in the archive, followed by a mysterious figure emerging from it, which was obviously you. A notion that fills me with questions. So many, in fact, that I have precious little idea on where to start in the asking. I don't suppose you would care to enlighten me as a beginning to our discourse? You took the archive? On your own? That's quite a feat. Even after combining our forces, we've been unable to accomplish anything close to that. My name is Provost Finch, and I've been appointed as leader of this motley band. Correct. At first, we were antagonists, warring against each other and the Protectorate. But then the Protectorate locked the lifts and doors, trapping us all beneath the ice. With no escape or access to resupply, continuing to kill each other made scant sense. So, I reached out to their commander under a flag of truce and suggested a temporary alliance. We would pool our food, warmth, and resources while here, and could go back to killing each other if and when we make it to the surface again. Over a month, and we made peace about a week later. I held off a bit, needing to really take stock of the direness before making my offer. Hardly. It took days and days of getting more and more close-fisted with our resources before we decided to set terms. But it's a good thing we did. We'd all be dead otherwise. Of course. All we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, We wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances of successfully assaulting those defending automechs with ever-diminishing resources. Thank you, stranger. Perhaps it's just my desperation speaking, but since you somehow made it down here, placing my faith in you seems like a preordained outcome. Good luck.
Of course, nobody's gonna see it.
Well, look at that. A fresh face means fresh goods. Or maybe fresh bits. And either is fine by me. I'm sure one way or another, we can strike some kind of deal.
Of course, nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point. I just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
Welcome to our misbegotten little camp. Pardon any blood or sick you might spot. Our janitorial tech died of ague a fortnight past. I'm the volunteer Sawbones here. Say, wandering type like you probably knows a bit about medicine. I hope. Oh, thank the law. I've always thought the same. Wait, let's focus on my patients before you start playing alienist. I'm on the lookout for a medicine sachet, but I can't leave the folk here. I ask if you had the know-how, because I need someone who can identify it proper. If it's anywhere, it's going to be over in the storage building. Some other Auntie's Choice folk took the place over, and they're about as keen on sharing as I am on being a Sawbones. But I'm sure they're the only danger you'll face. Aside from the man-eating ursopods, bitter cold, precarious pits, and occasional landmines. Good luck.
Of course, nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point. I just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
So, you want me to... You want me to take off your top and lather you with cold water just to cure your vanity?
Of course not. That's idiotic. I just want
I love a good killing spree!
kidding. If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big profits, you ain't cutthroat enough to try anything on me.
Really? You think that's the right tone to take? You may be ruthless in selling out your partners, but you're a terrible negotiator.
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking about? We did see some upper-shelf pharmaceuticals on, the upper shelves. But I think the rifts have claimed them. We've been told to stay the hell away from those things, and that's exactly what we've done.
Now, will there be anything else? Or can we finish our argument in peace?
There's no need to be rude just because I discovered you're swindling. I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night to move some of our shared inventory into a little bonus stash only they know about.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what's getting you steamed. Admit it. You're jealous.
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff. I figured you'd see it my way. You may want to step back to keep the blood off your shoes.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Violence is the answer.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. Sorry, of course it was you. I'm just... well, I guess I'm out of sorts. It's been a tough month. Well, there's no reason for me to stay here by myself. If I try and move it all alone, I'll definitely get hostilely acquired. I guess I'll call this venture busted and move on. Thank you for your help.
take care of him, Commander.
Ready to spread the victory and death. Might sting.
Caduceus detected. You are cleared to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an Auntie's Choice field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Blood shall be shed. Hands shall be soiled. Let me. Take charge.
Got a distraction. Combat.
Protect your engine.
Recharge for mayhem. Sorry, no target. Still need a. Unspeakable things I'm a.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
This auxiliary pump's in better days. Reckon we could fix it in 2 ticks with the right tools, though.
I love a good killing spree. Wrist weapon primed. But you're...
Side of a freighter. We're gonna need a fuse to activate this. Could find it nearby. Unless you plan on conjuring ammo for the agent, we ought to get the crafting something. All that's left now is to activate the system.
Transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
Wait! Do not shoot! It's not one of ours. Or Auntie's, but also surely not Protectorate. Watch yourself!
Hope you get the medicine soon. Whenever I change a bandage, I end up spilling more blood than I staunch. Something's wrong with it? Let me see. What in blazes is this? Even I know not to give this to my patients. Law only knows what it would do. I'm not sure it even is still medicine. Oh, laws. I can tell you no more about this than I do, but I really hope you're right. Still, you did what I asked, and I ain't the type to leave a debt unpaid. Here you are. Hope you don't come back to a room of corpses.
Can you imagine what it must have taken to build something like the archive? The engineering alone is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Got a live one.
Thanks. On your command.
Enemy spotted.
Blood shall be shed, hands shall be soiled.
Anyone standing between us and our goals seems to have a very short life expectancy.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information.
If you encounter opposition, remember, our needs come first.
This didn't happen naturally. These
Please
poor
do leave
fools
me
were
in
flash
peace.
frozen
There is
somehow.
nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work. Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work.
Enemy in evisceration ring.
What in a sovereign's name? How did you get in here? Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me. In a sovereign's name, how did you get in here? Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
Traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system. Suddenly, my mind rushed into action without the benefit of my wits. And with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system, horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door into a grotesque sculpture of solid hoarfrost. And though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of the Protectorate, it would be a despicable lie to say my choice was driven by anything but abject cowardice, which now makes my duty clear. I must seek out a sentinel, confess my transgressions, and accept retribution, and I'll do so soon. I just need my spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
Target's taking lead.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did.
Say, I am given...
You get in here. Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me. What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? You mean to say we've been running ourselves ragged here, while the whole time there's a device that controls the entirety of the Archive's computronic systems? And it was in the Protectorate's possession? That's damnably... I mean, the paradigm is infallible. I am certain we were meant to flail about without this obvious asset. For a reason. What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything. Truly? Why, if that were to enact any additional functionality in our lab, it might just be the thing we need to complete our work. Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I've been working on a procedure to reverse the effects. Sadly, it has proved a hard shell to crack, and so far I've been unsuccessful. For a moment, I believed your efforts to be my first sign of progress. I thought the machines whirring to life meant my efforts were successful. Unfortunately, I was mistaken. Certainly do not. These men and women are dead unless I can find a way to help them. And my time is much better spent working on that than talking to you. Good day. Guards, would you mind escorting this person from my presence?
I love a good killing spree! Victory and death! This might sting!
Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
Exactly are we supposed to get that thing moving again?
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the foul people...
Cheers me up.
Exit the blast! Redoing this! I am out! Breaking for cover!
initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition grid for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted. Unvented spongers. Go through them if necessary.
Not possible. No target to get.
Got a distraction for you.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Hope you're not afraid of heights.
Protect Arcadia!
The storage brick is on its way.
Why are you running around so much? Where do you keep going?
does seem like everyone's looking a little better. I'll keep an eye on them.
I can't feel it when I touch my toes with my fingers.
Of course, nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point.
You've returned. What brings you back to us? Of course. All we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue... Thank you.
Of course, nobody's gonna see it.
Take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Let me...
Oh, the unspeakable things I'm about to do!
Electrical damper failing. System alive.
Recharged and ready to main! Gums breaking! On the list!
System is
relax. It's just that stranger again. Running, and running some more. Like some kind of sprat on a spinning wheel.
The lifts are once again working. I honestly cannot imagine how you've managed such a feat, but on behalf of us all, I am truly grateful. As soon as we finish gathering supplies and rallying together, we'll be returning to the surface. I wonder if this truce will hold or melt in the sunlight.
You know,
of course nobody's gonna see it.
Auntie stresses that we should always be ready to play. I'm sure one way or another.
Of course nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point. I just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
So, you want me to take off your top and lather you with cold water?
Our enemies envy our prosperity.
Homicide always cheers me up.
There's an enemy about. What?
This might stay. The gun is breaking.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They see.
The operator has returned.
Outbound! Proceeding forward.
The answer. Body agents were durable. Patch yourself up.
going to lend a hand at the exclusion zone. Attend to the injuries.
The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down version.
Prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
For all their purported immaculacy, they certainly left a higgledy-piggledy nightmare behind. Our illustrious ally. We do predict your handover. Junior Seer Amaryllis awaits you inside.
Felicitations on securing the archive. Though such an outcome was all but inevitable, the plan truly is unfailing. Moving forward, I'll function as your liaison for all matters pertaining to the archive, until such time as its control has been transferred in its entirety back to the Order. In the meantime, restoring the archive to full functionality remains a top priority. If you've made progress in that area, I'd be pleased to record it. Wonderful! Were we to operate the archive without proper heat distribution, the results would be disastrous. But thankfully, we no longer need to account for that deadly scenario. Punch processing and reactor control have hidden caches with useful items as well. Although, you probably lack clearance to know that. Forget I said anything.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Punch processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Let's hit up the reactor next. I've got to see the heart of this beast.
down there. Are they after us next? No need to fret. The lift's...
Enemy spotted.
Get the word and I'll take care of him, Commander.
That one ours?
Homicide always cheers me up.
Oh, the unspeakable things I'm about to do! Almost target! Sorry, I've no target.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the rift processing instructions.
Aggressor at hand.
Kills wins!
Hasten into cover.
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable work. Namely, via the reactor's backup security systems.
Seems we've the choice of adjusting the turret settings or sealing reinforcement doors. Either's fine by me. Not a bad idea to take advantage of the supply caches, if you need it. Oh, and there's also the fire suppression system from cold storage. All depends on what you've got in mind.
Reactor turret defenses online. reactor reinforcement doors sealed. Reactor fire suppression system online. Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed. Emergency first aid cache unsealed.
Bunker automechanicals are not subtle in the least, just pure brute force. Lots of brute force.
Ditching a ride's likely the easiest way down. At least I can't think of a faster one. How do we survive anyway?
Stab at this. Recharged for mayhem!
Give the order and I'll take care of him. distraction.
I sense the rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central Interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the rift data further. What an interesting predicament you sentients face. The rifts are almost akin to an archival. Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing. Erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Until we sort out these shifting priorities, the archive's about as useful as a box of rocks.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
Doors are open. You should go see what this is all about.
Benevolent oversight. The dream of belonging. The allure of security and plenty. A perfect community. With every luxury save freedom.
Radical divergences from the architect's plan. Humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the questioner. Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms oscillating, cantankerously. A perfect community. With every luxury save freedom. Overt influence, mindless indulgence, thoroughgoing impermeability to Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be angry. Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Collective goodwill is just an invitation for others to come eat your lunch. Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever wanted was the best for us and the worst for everybody. Everybody else. Is that really so bad? Hold
on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all. Marketing and PR strategy, advert copy, and jingles. Nanofish, it's the nano witch. You'll consume fatty acids and potassium. A unique taste sensation makes you say ew, yum. Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the bits we could make together. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you...
Be advised, I could process your data fast. Think of humanity. Your oafish blundering will delay its ascendance. You are reducing the archive to a suboptimal state. Priority recoupled. Ah, much better.
Knew you'd come around.
Priority recoupled.
Knew you'd come around.
Ah, much better. Ah, much better. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly faint simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Looking forward to seeing the results we get from processing that Rift data. For, purely professional reasons, of course.
Shall I proceed? Facetious employment of sarcasm detected. Electing to ignore. Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just a start. But my query remains. What are your next intentions? There are so many calculations left to perform. Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental Rift device with this information has a high chance of success. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. And it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Unless you're eager to explore more of the cloister, we should head back to the ship. See where the data leads. That's fine.
It was my understanding that you were supposed to admit our forces via Spyreton. Well, no matter. Clearly you are one who prefers a challenge. On behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your efforts. This will most certainly help in ensuring peace. Now, the Caduceus, if you please. Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B. The presiding bishop has no doubt already predicted your cooperation, but I will offer my account of your heroics upon my next visit to the garden. Until we meet again, Agent. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide.
You fixed the archive and turned it over? No tricks?
Prudence dictates.
Yes, the archive is the Order's greatest achievement to date. I agree, our groups could accomplish much together. Should our mutual alliance continue.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
Commander, this unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a prior.
Agent, just the individual I had designated this time to converse with. The human body continually remakes itself through the creation of new cells and elimination of the old. Neither of us are the same as we were even an hour ago. As should be self-evident, I have dispensed with the slavish whims of the body. My mind is clearer than it has ever been, and I have you to thank. There is no need to waste your limited cognitive function on concern for me. But now, congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that the archive is under our control again. She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you were able to correct. Well done. Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here, but allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this peace treaty possible. There is more good news as well. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from a protectorate installation, Oris listening post. Turning the entirety of the reticulum toward deep space will accelerate our understanding of the universe, and ideally, lead us to stronger conclusions regarding how to stop the rifts. The Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance that have heretofore held Arcadia in stasis, all thanks to you. Then it is fortunate that you are so well placed to do exactly that, with the Order's help. As if predetermined, your contributions have been many and varied, and I will not belabor the point by recounting them all here. But know this, when the final contest with the Protectorate takes place, wherever that may occur, you will not only have the support of Auntie's Choice and the Order, I will stand with you, personally. Were I still shackled to ego, I might have succumbed to some instinct for self-preservation. But my presence improves the odds of our success, and so there is no other decision to be made.
A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Providing intellectual validation to this unit's queue. Priority low. Based on energy readings, Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible. Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. That is a correct assessment, Commander. Transitioning to Good News Protocol. As this unit was corroborating data on the anomaly, a message was also received from your allies, Commander. Auntie's Choice and the Order have sent word that their forces will be prepared to render you assistance once you navigate to Horizon Point. Briefing complete. Now returning to situation monitoring and data analysis. Commander.